bunch of people. Because I thought it was going to be me, Jashub, and Yashal, and then after, when it's done, or almost done, the other brothers come in. It's going to be live on YouTube, you know, so you guys could, it's not a secret meeting. All right.
I wanted Damon in here because I needed him.
So how y'all want to do this? Y'all want to go first? Do you and Yeshua want to go first, and then have Jeremiah and LP go afterwards, or what y'all want to do?
I mean, if Jeremiah, how long are they going to be though?
Hold on, let us go first. Hold on, I gotta go work in the morning. Y'all tripping?
Yeah, because my son is still up. He's still up. So if somebody could go first, I'd really, really appreciate it.
Oh, really? Nah, bro. I gotta go to work in the morning, G. You serious?
All right, let me and Joshua go first then. All right.
Okay. That's fine. Because LP just hit me up anyway. He just liked my thing that said that we already live. So maybe he'll come in later to go with you, Jeremiah.
All right, that'll work, man.
All right, so let me go live right now. Hold on, let me see the score in my game first before we start this craziness. Come on, Knicks. Come on.
We're going to get introduced. The Knicks suck.
Man, I know you're not rooting for the Knicks, man.
The Knicks suck, bro.
God damn.
New York, y'all mind y'all business. Mind y'all business. Goddamn business.
Yo, man, what the hell is up with Barrett, man? Why that nigga averaging 4 points a game?
Who?
Barrett.
Nah, Barrett not averaging 5 points a game. Nah, he averaging like 12 or 15 or something.
Look.
Oh, 12. Garfield. Wow, that's better.
Damon is going to moderate you, and Kyle is going to moderate me.
Damon's going to moderate. What? We're little kids, man? Listen, man. This is what we're going to do. Kyle is the moderator. This is why I say everybody come out. That just mean me, you, and Kyle. And that's it.
No, because I need to have Damon. Because Kyle is a cheerleader, bro. Hold on real quick. They like you, bro.
Come on, man. Don't try me like that, bro. I ain't no cheerleader for no nigga, bro.
But
like,
earlier, you was like, go Garfield, go Garfield, go Garfield, go Garfield, go. Give me a G.
Come on.
Can everybody leave? I'll just leave me, Kyle, and Joshua, please.
Yeah, y'all come back in.
All right.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. I said I was gonna go on mute, man.
No, let's go out. No, because what happened is too much confusion. I don't like confusion.
Garfield,
I want D-Red to stay here, man.
I'm going next, man. Don't make no sense for me to go out.
Yeah, he cool. Jeremiah ain't gonna do nothing.
Listen, everybody come out. Just leave me, Jashub, and Kaya.
Come on, bro. I came to your channel. Can I at least have D-Red on here? Come on.
For what purpose? We're not kids. If the two grown men can't have a conversation, it don't make no sense.
Because Garfield, the last time I was on here, the first word I said was mute.
Jashub. And by the way, too, you can't curse on my channel. You can't curse at all.
All right.
And I'm gonna be a fair moderator. What I'm gonna do is look. This is the thing, right? So, being the moderator,
Kyle, hold on 1 second. The only
I'm the moderator. You can't tell me to hold on.
Kyle, hold on, Kyle.
Lay down my ground rules, man. Let me lay down my ground rules.
The only thing I'm requesting is that Kyle has a watch and that he could check the time. That's all I want.
All right, so y'all doing 10 minutes? 10 minute rounds, right?
Nah. Hold on. What do you say? I'm saying 6 minutes.
Yeah, we can go 6 minutes apiece and give our spiel.
Cool. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so
minutes that you're on.
All right, let's go, man. Come on, everybody jump off. Y'all can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, y'all hop off, man. Look, when I say stop, y'all gotta stop, man, and no interjection in any shape or form, man. If y'all have a question, hold y'all question to after the other person finishes their entire 6 minutes. And then if you want clarification, you can ask for clarification. That does not go into that person's time because you are asking for clarification.
All right, cool. All right. Go ahead.
So who's gonna go first?
Well, he's calling me out, so he just got to make the case why he's.
I'll go first. Shit. Sorry. Scholastic Bully in the house. I'll go first.
Can everybody leave? Who's not supposed to be here?
No, I want Damon, man. At least give me Damon.
It don't make no sense whether he's here or not, man. That's just a distraction, bro. I'm not doing anything.
No, he's not going.
What am I doing to you?
Damon is well mannered, bro. He's not going to do
I know
anything.
that. I never asked that. I just want me, you, and Kyle on the panel, bro.
Bro, I'm on your channel, bro. At least give me that,
bro. Me, you, and Kyle, and that's it, bro.
Hello?
Let's just do it, man. Jeremiah just left. Go ahead, Damon. Hop on off, man. You'll be back when they on the second round, man.
See, I'm about to get set up. All right.
It ain't no setup, bro. Man, come on, man. You know I ain't finna do no shit like that. I'm gonna be fair, man.
Ain't no
over talking.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's go.
The only thing is, I might have to stop. Just make sure you have a clock to go attend to my son because he's still up. All right.
All right. And if that happens, I will stop the clock and I will restart it once you get situated. How about that?
I'm going to mute my mic, and the floor is yours, moderator. Y'all do what you want. Right. I'm going to start the live. Hold on. Let me start the live right now.
All right. Cool. So what we're doing right now, we're having a preliminary conversation between Garfield and Yashub. This conversation is basically to find out if there is a grounds for a formal debate that's going to include slides, a full presentation, a rebuttal round, and also voting by judges. So at this point, we're just going to be involved or engaged in conversation to find out what areas of contention these brothers have. So Yashub is going to be the person that's going to be going first because he has a contention and he wants to debate Garfield. So he will be going first and he gets 6 minutes. After that, Garfield gets 6 minutes, and then we'll alternate back and forth until one person, or we'll do this for about an hour. From there, we're going to a question and asking round, a Q&A round. It'll be 4 questions. Garfield gets 4 questions. Yashub gets 4 questions. You can take as much time as you want to answer these questions. And then from there, we'll come to a consensus if it's worth even going into a formal debate. If there is a formal debate, there is a cash prize that's put up, $500 on each side. Let's get this money. If y'all really want to do this, 10% goes to the management. I'm just fucking around. I'm just playing. Excuse me. But we can go ahead and get started. The stopwatch starts when Yashub starts his first sentence.
All right, this Yashub, Scholastic Bully. I'm who they talk about when it's time to chalk them out. So today we're gonna talk about this Haplogroup J because the brother Garfield is he's a proponent of the Haplogroup J and racial Jewishness and identifying the Jewish people. So I'm gonna share my screen and provide information to debunk that claim and show him what the geneticists say about that claim. Because it's one thing to promulgate a message and another to prove and solidify and cement a message. So tonight we're going to cement a message. Y'all already know my slogan on Genesis 49ers. We say no to vague interpretations and give thorough breakdowns. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to open up my screen. We're going to start with the slides. I just want to verify, can my slides be seen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to jump to the top. And we're going to deal with the title, Death to the J Marker. Garfield gets decimated by the Scholastic Bully, right? So we're going to really decimate this and tear it down and break it down. So when anybody talk about that Haplogroup J after this, we're going to show you it's fallacious. So let's jump into the first slide. For a more scientific take on the Jewish origin debate, recent DNA analysis of the Ashanid Jews, a Jewish ethnic group, revealed that their maternal line is European. So we all know to be considered a Jew in modern day Jewry, according to the orthodoxy, your mother's side has to be Jewish. But according to the DNA, their mother's side is European. So by their own logic, they're not Jews. So let's keep going. It says it has also been found that their DNA only has 3% ancient ancestry. On this very show, this brother had another brother on here. I believe it was Arsar. And Arsar said a man can't be 5% sub-Saharan African and be considered sub-Saharan African. If that's true, Garfield, you got to stick to your notion and stick to your guns and say that these people can't be 3% Middle Eastern and be considered Jews. You got to stick to that, bro. You can't get around that. They only have 3% ancient ancestry, which links them with the Eastern Mediterranean, also known as the Middle East, namely Israel, Lebanon, parts of Syria, Western Jordan. This is part of the world where Jewish people are said to have originally come from, according to the Old Testament, but 3% is a minuscule amount. So is my opponent going to deal with the fact that only 3% of their DNA goes back to that land? Is he going to deal with that when a source said a man can't be 5% sub-Saharan African and considered sub-Saharan African? So is he going to stick to that same logic? Or is he going to buck dance and dance around that and do the Cupid shuffle like he always does? But it says, but 3% is a minuscule amount and similar to what modern Europeans as a whole share with Neanderthals. So given that genetic ancestry link is so low, Ashkenazic Jews' most recent ancestors must be from elsewhere. Must be from elsewhere. So they can't be from the land. They can't be the original Jews. Because when you study their DNA, they don't go back. Only 3% does. And according to this brother and according to his compatriots, that's not enough DNA to consider someone anything. You can't validate anything with that. And the source is theconversation.com article, Ashkenazi Jews' mysterious origin unraveled by scientists thanks to ancient DNA. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with this. We're dealing with what the geneticists say. Not with what Garfield thinks. Not with what he promulgates on his channel. We're dealing with scholarship, empirical data. Now, another word Garfield loves to spew out is you blacks in America claim to be Israelites are converts. So let's deal with who are the real converts. Say what?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. So let's deal with the real converts because he loves calling black Israelites converts. It says to understand why this is the case, we need to go back in time to look at where these other ancestors came from. It starts in Persia, modern day Iran, during the 6th century. So that DNA only goes back to the 6th century AD. We ain't even talking about the BC period when the original Israelites came on the scene. And we know they were first mentioned in the 12th century BCE. This is where most of the world's Jews were living at this time. The tolerance of the Persians encouraged the Jews to adopt Persian names, words, traditions, and religious practices, and climb up the social ladder, gain a monopoly on trade. They also converted other people who were living along the Black Sea to their Jewish faith. This helped expand their global network. So these converts are the modern Ashkenazics, and that's what this article is going to bring out. Among these converts were the islands, Iranian nomadic pastoral people, Greeks, and Slavs who resided along the southern shores of the Black Sea. Upon conversion, they translated the Old Testament into Greek, built synagogues, and continued expanding the Jewish trade network. And that's the same source that I used prior. So now let's deal with the Asian mutation, because again, we just proved that these people come from converts. Because Garfield loves saying black Israelites are converts. We just proved that the people that he claiming with the Haplogroup J as authentic Jews are the real converts. They converted into our forefathers' ancestry and into our lineage and our traditions. It says these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, and the DNA of Ashkenazi Jews can be traced to ancient Ashkenaz and intersection trade routes in eastern Turkey. We know that at the time these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, they also acquired unique Asian mutation on their Y chromosome. And according to the Bible, it goes through paternal lineages. So on their paternal side, it goes back to this Asian mutation. It says this is where another important group of people in our story come into play, and they are called the Gok Turks. And it's the same source. You can see it on the bottom.
All right, time. I actually gave you 15 more seconds because I interrupted you when I said the time at 2 minutes. So I gave you 15 more seconds to balance it out. But powerful information. That's going to be hard to come back from, Brother Garfield. Let's see what you got for that.
All right. First, before my time started, I didn't even know we were going to share screens and all that stuff. All right. I'm ready. All right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. This is not even going to take that long. All right. So by the way, I need to say this to the brother. You are correct about the Ashkenazi Jews having 3% on the mother side. That is correct. That is science. But on the paternal side, what is the percentage? It's much higher because the folks who were trading, the Radhanite Jews, the Bukharan Jews, all these type of Jews that were traveling and trading from Africa to Europe to Asia, the male lineage was sleeping with European women. They were sleeping with European women. So at the end of the day, I don't expect the women, because the men, when they're trading, And if you look at the Geniza manuscripts, I'm going to give some sources because I can't show on the screen because I didn't know that we were doing that. I thought we were just going to talk this out and then do a debate. The issue now is ask the brother now, who has the most J markers in that region? If you go to a website like Wikipedia.com, Wikipedia, and you know what? Let me share the screen and show this website for everybody. This is very informative. This is just a starter as far as that is concerned. If you look at the Wikipedia.com website, right? Let's take a look at this. If you look at the J markers, and look, they are the Ashkenazi Jews. I'm not disputing that. What I talk about is the J1P58 marker, because the J1P58 marker, the ancient Canaanite bones they found 3750 to 2100 years ago, has the J1P58 marker, and those are Canaanite markers. And Canaanites, the Israelites are Canaanites. Remember, Israelites is a subgroup. Ammonites is a subgroup. Moabites are a subgroup of people who lived in Canaan. And this is the marker that the people in Canaan have. So the Israelites would have the J1 marker. Okay, I'm talking about the males. Primarily the males would have the J1 marker, because in that region of the Levant, when they find DNA in bones and they check it, this is the main marker they find. Going back 3750 years ago, you're talking during the time of when Abraham lived, when Jacob lived, supposedly, according to the timeline. So as far as the Ashkenazi Jews, I know the Ashkenazi Jews on the mother side does not have the DNA. I agree with the brother on that. That is correct. But as far as the male lineage does have a higher percentage, probably 30%, 40%, or even more of, or even 20%. They have the J1 marker, because then remember, some of the Ashkenazi people mixed with people who were real people from that region. All right, so that's just a wash right there. As far as the converts, he said something about the Persians and so forth. I need to bring up something to this gentleman right here. Where's my book right here? Hold on, let me just open this book up right here. This book right here. Let me stop sharing for a second. I actually have this book right here. Let me stop sharing. Let me open up my camera. You see this book right here? This book, The Documents of the Judean Exiles. It tells you exactly where they went and so forth, what they did. And what they did. All right. Now, this book, if you go into this book, it basically tells you, and there's a book that came out 2017, the December, that actually has basically what the consensus says about the Jews. The Jews that took on Persian names, they weren't literally Jews. The people that returned. There's no evidence that they had a mass return of Jews, and that's the consensus. I'm sorry, I apologize, I can't show sources, but that book actually has the source. It actually has the primaries. And the issue here is this. We have Finkelstein's new book, Hasmonean Realities, where he talks about Ezra and Nehemiah was written during the Hasmonean time period, based on the naming of buildings and based on the archaeology. Based on the archaeology, they didn't have a mass people coming back. If I could find an article real quickly on slaves, Babylonian slaves returning, what it will prove for anyone who wants to look up the Al Yahuda tablets, it will show that the Babylonians, the Jews continued. They were given land by Nebuchadnezzar to continue to live in the region. They did not come back to Judah. And in those letters, they do mention Jerusalem and going back, but they never returned. There's no evidence. What the consensus of scholars do say is that over a time period, some of them may have gone back. There's no evidence of it. There's no evidence at all. So if I ask the brother right now before he comes back on, can you show me evidence of the people going back with Persian names? What he's going to have is conjecture. But when you look at Philip Davies, who they like to call a minimalist, he's the only one that supports Persian colonists going back in a small amount to the spot called Yehud. But I will close out and tell the brother that the haplogroup J marker argument by the mother is not a great argument to make, because I'm not saying that the DNA is saying that somebody's a Jew, because somebody can have the J marker and not be a religious Jew. All I'm saying is in that geographic location in Arabia, from the bottom of Arabia all the way to the top of North Syria, the Levant is a J marker primarily for the males. I'm not concerned about the females, because when the men trade, Jewish men trade, and they go away for 2 years, they're sleeping with women not from their culture. They're sleeping with women outside of their culture. All right, but I'll leave it right there for now.
All right, you got 10 seconds. You good?
No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. He didn't say anything that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That really needed debunking or anything. We just I think we agree on the Ashkenazi Jew, but the fact is,
I gotta cut you off to make it fair. You can't add anything in addition to the conversation. I understand you was having a discussion. I get it, but it can sway the people who are listening one way or the other. So I gotta pass it back to Yashub. You can either rebut or go on with your presentation at this point, sir.
I'm gonna start with a rebuttal. This brother said I'm not dealing with the why. I'm not dealing with the paternal side. That's the last slide I read. And then you cut yourself when you said, oh, the Persian Jews are not even real Jews. That's my whole contention. These people that you're saying with the J marker are not real Jews. And you just agreed to it. You just made an agreement to it. So we dealt with my slide that I did last right here. It says, we know that at the time these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, they also acquired a unique Asian mutations on their Y chromosome. This is where another important group of people in our story come into play. So I did mention the paternal side, and that 3% is the total of their DNA, autosomal DNA, brother. It's the whole thing, man. So again, that's not enough to consider them Jews. And Asar would say that's not enough because he said that 5% DNA is not enough to consider a man a sub-Saharan African. So don't have a double standard here. Now, Ashina and the Khazar, the Asian group of these DNA mutations, this is on the paternal side. Remember, he brought up the paternal side. Oh, just the maternal side that he's attacking. I'm attacking from all fronts. You're dealing with the Scholastic Bully, man. Yashub is who you talk about when it comes time to chalk you out. So the Asian group of these DNA mutations found in the Ashkenazi Jews likely originated from the Ashina elite and the Khazar clans. So these are not even Jews. These are not biological Jews that come from the Levant, that ancient Jews that come from the 13th century BCE. This is not it at all. So again, it says who converted from shamanism to Judaism. So again, Garfield, the real converts are the white people over there claiming to be Jews. Those Ashkenazis that's claiming to be Jews. So get it correct next time you do a lecture and you want to talk about converts. These the real converts. And this is the paternal side, the Y chromosome. Tracing that and the mutations on that. And the geneticists agree to this. You cannot rebut this. You cannot refute this. This is facts. This means that the Ashina and the Khazar clans were absorbed by the Ashkenazic Jews. What this all shows is that by using modern genetic technology that enables scientists to track the past of modern day people, a new appreciation for Jewish ancestry can be discovered. It has meant greater understanding of the journeys these people took to arrive in Europe. It has also allowed for increased knowledge as to the significant role of the Ashina and Khazar clans, from which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. Let me say that again. From which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. So this is saying on the male side, on the Y, when we trace the Y chromosomes, right, the paternal lineage goes back to the Ashina and Khazar clans. These are the real patriarchs of those so-called Jews over there. They not ancient Jews. They can't be verified as ancient Jews. He said in his last round that the Persian Jews can't be considered real biological descendants of the real Israelites. So he cut himself, man. The Haplogroup J is dead. You can't use that as a marker to say that these are the ancient, living, and breathing Israelites. Get that out of your vocabulary. Get that out of your terminology book. Get that out of your mind. Now, let's go to the next one. Jewish DNA is not concrete, Garfield. Sorry to burst your bubble, but Jewish DNA is not concrete. With population genetics or tracing Jewish history through DNA, these types of studies attempt to trace Jewish history through genetics and elucidate a common historical origin of the Jewish people in the biblical land of Israel. Here, Jewishness is determined by genomic analysis as statistical probabilities that DNA haplotypes will be more prevalent. within identified groups, but the presence of certain haplotype within an individual is not a guarantee that the individual is Jewish or not. Moreover, the historical claims that are entangled with these scientific studies are heavily debated. So the historical claims that are tied to this, saying, like you brought up that J marker, you brought up, oh, these are the ancient Jews. This is what they teach. This is what they say. That's debated, bro. That's not empirical data. That's not emphatic. So stop pushing it on our people. And that comes from the National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health, Genetics, Citizenship, DNA Testing, and Israeli Law of Return by INV and Lauren W. Herman. So the next one. Sorry if I'm cramming this, but I'm trying to get as much as I can. I can't even get a title on this one. In practical terms, Jewish genes are ambiguous entities and often do not match legal definition of Jewishness. For example, non-Jewish donor sperm and ova can be used in assisted conception. Let me get to the point. These varying possibilities point to the ambiguity of outright contradictions across the field of Jewish genetics and rabbinical sphere. So they are acknowledging that it's contradictions within this genetic analysis of these J markers, man. And you got to deal with it. The Scholastic Bully gonna make you be an honest scholar. That's what they brought me here for. Yashub, who they talk about when it comes time to chalk them out. Now, so let's get to the next one. It says, I don't even want to go into that yet. So we prove without a shadow of a doubt that J marker, and on the paternal side, these Ashkenaz Jews, they not real Jews. We proved that. And we prove that it's contradictions with trying to tie that to true history and say that, they come from the historical Israelites. We prove that with the National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health. My opponent will have to contradict all of these sources. If he doesn't, then it's only right to say that those Ashkenazi Jews are converts. So get it right, Garfield. Stop calling black Hebrew Israelites converts. The real converts are the Ashkenaz Jews.
All right, time. Finish your sentence.
That's it, man. Scholastic Bully. Genesis 49ers.
All right, no more. All right, hey, is heating up in this thing now, Garfield? Scholastic Bully. He has boxing gloves on.
First, let me say this. Let me just clear up something, by the way. The Jews who are Persian, you could start the clock. The Persian Jews are the Jews who would be considered, who were taken by Tiglath-Pileser to Persia. That community that started from that time period would be considered the Persian Jews. The Persian Jews would not be considered the people who came back who were Persian. So you saying that I said that, you are incorrect. I never said that. Don't misquote me. You have a habit of doing that. That's just your history of what you like to do. You like to misquote people and say, I'm corrected. You're making a crazy conversation, a crazy argument when I never made it. All right. Now, let me say this to the gentleman right now. Let me just read something for the audience so we could learn something about paternal DNA. I didn't even know we were showing slides. If we were showing slides, I would have created slides. He's showing slides. Everybody's like, why Garfield didn't show? We were supposed to have a conversation. That's basically what it is. Let me say this to the gentleman right now. The Y DNA, right? He just said if it's 5%, right? The Y DNA by Michael Hammer for the J marker for the Ashkenazim was 17%. For Behar was 19%. For Seminole, it was 26.8%. For Nebel, it was 19%. And for Shen, it was 25%. The J2 marker was 20% on the Hammer. 20%. So hold on, let's look at Michael Hammer alone. They had E1B1A 3%. They had E1B1B 17%. They had the G marker, then they had the J marker and the J2 marker, showing that they have the J1 or J2 marker, which was about probably almost 40%. Then they have the Q1B marker, which is 7%, which is based on the people who have the Q marker, who is also from the Middle Eastern area. And they had the R1A1A, which is the 12% from the Europe, and the R1B1B, which is 9%. So they are primarily, they have the J marker. This is the male line of the Ashkenazi Jew. What is he talking about? They have almost 40% of the J marker. This is facts. Michael Hammer. This is not me making this up. This is a statistic. So that just killed this whole argument. Oh, they're the fake Jews. Nobody is saying that they're the real Jews or not. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying the Ashkenazi is mixed with descendants of the people who used to live in that region because they come from traders. The Jews used to run trading. So if you want to say the Ashkenazi is fake, no, not all of them. Yes, majority of them might be converts. I agree. But you can't deny what the genetics says from the testing. So don't lie on the testing with whatever statistic you're using. Now let's look at the Y DNA for, say, the Portuguese Jews. The Portuguese Jews have over almost 35%. They have less than the Ashkenazi. Very interesting. Less, but they have R1B1B 28%. Does that mean that they're more white or they have more cracker in them than the Ashkenazi? What are you saying? I think what you're doing is you're picking and choosing what you want from the DNA to make a point. I'm going to say this to everybody that's listening. If you really want to study DNA and the J marker, go to Wikipedia.com. I really, really didn't know that we were going to do this. Because if I did know, I would have been prepared to share and do what I normally do. Let me just do this for the family real quickly and I'll show you something on Wikipedia. This is the J marker here, right? This is the J marker, M267, which the Ashkenazi Jews have. So when you look at M267, how far does it go back? 31,000 YPB, right? Come all the way down to P58, where J1A1AB that comes to the Levant. They branches off to the Levant.
2 minutes.
So these people here, how many?
2.
P58, when they test the Canaanite people, the oldest bones that they found of the people who are Canaanite, they had the J1 marker. Everybody who they have found in the region has the J1 marker. Don't run from it, because he wants to run from the J1 marker. Now, does the J1 marker make somebody who has it a Jew? No, my brother Sean, who's watching, he has a J1 marker. It doesn't mean he's a Jew. We are the ones that's saying that the people in that geographic location, this is the marker they would have. So my brother Yashub, if he does a DNA test and he has a majority of the J1 marker, he could say, hey, I have a connection to that region. Don't necessarily mean he's a descendant, but he has a connection because he has a marker that's from that region. He could claim it. He could basically claim it if he had 60% J1 marker. He could say, hey, you know what? Them people are my descendants. But what these guys are doing, they're running because they realize they have the E1B1A marker, which is an African DNA marker from West Africa. And the E1B1A they do have, by the way, never came out of Africa until the transatlantic slave trade. So they are directly connected to West and Central Africa. They can't run away from that. So we could go and boo-ha-ha and say, oh, I debunked that and I did this and I did that. The truth of the matter is, brother, you are claiming an identity that you're not connected to genetically, and you're running from it. The P58 marker, I'm going to pull out the article about the Canaanites so everybody could get it in the chat. I don't play games with this. This is easy work. You don't know what you're talking about, and then you try to talk about Ashkenazi Jews on the woman's side. That's what the Jews claim, it's the female. No, I'm not claiming that. I'm claiming that if you are from that region, you will be geographically connected to that region. We are not. I am not. And Yashub is not. You can't win this debate. Peace.
Time. Hey,
I gotta jump in, G.
Good comeback round.
That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. I just got a decimal.
I compliment you, just you.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. You know, I'll be on it.
I said you.
The fangs is out, bro. I'm sorry, but fangs is out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so I think what we should do is this next round should be the final round of the back and forth.
Right.
Let's make this the final round. Let's do 10 minutes, so you can bring out whatever information that you got.
Thank
you got that on point.
Right.
Nail this thing home, and then let's knock it off with the question and answer, and then take it home tonight.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So his last round was debunked by the round I did prior. Everything he just said was debunked. You can't bring none of those J Haplogroups to establish Jewry on the male or the female side. Didn't I just go over that? That it goes back, that the patriarchs of the Jews in that land now go back to Ashina and Khazar clans? Didn't I just bring that up? Hold on, let me just remind the damn audience right here. Ashina and Khazar clans, from which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. This is on the male side. I already brought that up. So that end of your second round, trash, garbage, throw it away. Recycler bins over here. I want to move on now. I want to move on because the brother also, he's against blacks claiming to be Jews. So I'm going to read what Ishmael Haidara has to say about it. Someone that has the actual records from the Sephardic Jews in Mali. In Mali, he has the records from the Middle Ages saying that he descends from, and his family descends from Sephardic Jews, the Kohen clan and the Amana clan. Right? So here we go. On the 15th and 19th of August 1996, a program referred to the Jews, which is the Yahudi, considered lost and cursed. You cannot ignore that in the region of Timbuktu. Live about 1,000 million Jews live 1,000 Malian Jews. Furthermore, are Muslim like yourself. The programs are thus a moral persecution of a component of the population of the Republic of Mali. And that's what we're coming against Garfield about, because he's doing the same thing. He persecuting the real Jews, man. You persecuting the real Israelites. This is the same problem that Ishmael Haidar had with this brother. And Mali is constitutionally laid, that is denominational, multiracial. We have the right to assume our ancestry and culture heritage. That's what Garfield don't understand. We have a right to assume this. We have a right to go back to our cultural heritage. If we find evidence and patterns of evidence that go back to the ancestral Israelites, God damn it, let us do it, man. You shouldn't have a say in that. Y'all deal with racial dictatorship, man. It said, which in large part this Judaism you disparage. And that's what you do, Garfield. You do the same thing. You disparage Judaism. You disparage our ancestral lineage. And the source for that is The Black Jews of Africa by Edith Bruder. Now I'm building up to that, right? Ishmael Haidara. It says, there are many Sephardic Jews of Fez who are Islamicized but preserve their last name Kohen. So you want to talk about the American blacks and say they're not Jews? We're going to prove they Jews. It says there are many Sephardic Jews of Fez who are Islamicized but preserve the last name Kohen. These are all black people. It says, at Timbuktu, I am called Al-Yahu. Many people hate me. Some threaten me with deportation. I am seated in 2 seats, while despised by both. I am too able to say that I am Kuti or Kota or Kati, which is the Koha Sephardic Jew surname on the paternal side. You want to talk about the paternal lineage? There you go. They go back to the Sephardic Jews. They go back to real Jews, man. It says, I am not Jewish. The Jews know that, meaning he don't follow Orthodox Jewry. It says, as well as I. However, I follow like a Jew because I stated prior, my grandmother was a Kohen or Kohen, Sephardic from Fez. She is my great-grandmother. And this is the diary of a library in Timbuktu by Ishmael Diada Hadara. Pages 85 and 86. This book is written in Spanish. I translated it to bring the information to y'all. So let's go to the next one. The Kohen surname preserved through slaves. Since you want to sit here and say the black Israelites over here in America and in the West Coast are converts, we're going to deal with that. We have an ancestral lineage that we can tap into. Just like we brought out the brother. He has the records. So it says, but Landon Kohen comes from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Tariq Kohen grew up in Bond, North Carolina. It says both men were fact raised in a part of the South where Kohen, a name that we tend to identify with the Hebrew priestly caste, is not unusual among African Americans according to a recent census. Now Garfield gonna say, oh, that's because they came from Jewish slave masters. That's because they came from Jewish slave masters. So let's see what's happening. Let's see what's cracking. It says Kohen is the 87th first most common surname among African Americans. And the source for that is tabletmag.com article, The Black Kohens by Rich Kohen. There are many Sephardic Jews of Fez who are Islamicized but preserve the last name Kohen. And you ever stop and think that this name Kohen is actually coming from authentic Sephardic Jews? So you gonna hang that convert shit up. Excuse my language. You gotta hang that up, man. And the source for that is the Diary of a Library in Timbuktu by Ishmael Diade. Like I said, that book is in Spanish. I translated it into English to bring the message to y'all. So I'm going to deal with his rebuttal before he even say it. This is a pre-buttal. This is a pre-buttal. Watch this. Myth busted. You suspect that no small part of the modern community of black Kohens descended from the slaves of Mordecai and David Kohen. But you mostly be wrong. The Charleston Kohens own at the most 30 slaves. According to Eli Faber and John Jay College, the Jews of that city as of 1790 altogether owned 93 slaves, not nearly enough to give birth to the current population. What's more contrary to myth, because Garfield gonna run with the myth. Oh, all these people that got these names come from Jewish slave masters. Most free slaves did not take the names of their former owners, Garfield. They didn't take them, man. That's historical. Stop being ahistorical. It says most chose names after emancipation. So we're going to move on because I know I'm on a time constraint. So you can't use that argument that these names are preserved through slave masters. So the Sephardim, like I brought up, much of the island's population described in documents as Portuguese was in fact Jewish Sephardim. And this is talking about where you come from, man. You come from the Caribbean, you come from Jamaica. It's rich Sephardic Jewish history down there, man. You keep talking about the blacks in America, not Jews. Man, look, that's hogwash point of views, man. And that's from Tablet Mag as well, the black Coheens, rich Cohen. The Jews of Portugal are very dark. These Jews that was coming over here settling in the Caribbean islands, they were dark black men. You got to deal with that, bro. That's according to the historical narrative. And that's James Pritchard, The Natural History of Man, page number 132. So we deal with the pedigree. About 424,000 modern Jamaicans are said to descend from that of the old Sephardic community. 424,000 modern Jamaicans are said to descend from that old Sephardic community, which were dark black men from Portugal. Deal with it, Garfield. And now my last point right here, the Warmian bones. And we want to talk about the bones because this actually connects the ancient Israelites to the West Africans. It says, in attempts to avoid difficulties inherent in craniometric analysis, non-metric traits are often used for affinity assessment. So we're going to use this for affinity assessment for the nation, man. 7 candlesticks up. It says, for example, Finkel concluded that the frequency of accessory Warmian bones of the lambdoidal structure in the Lachish skulls was rather high, 64%. So 64% of the Lachish skulls had Warmian bones. Where do we also find these Warmian bones? Because we making an affinity account right now. We're making an affinity argument. It says incidence of Warmian bones in the dried skull of Nigerian males. Lachish is in Levant. What is Warmian bones doing in Levant and doing in West Africa? This brother said ain't no connection. But we showing you it's a connection, man. You got the right one, man. Yahshua, who they talk about when it comes time to chalk them out. So sartorial Warmian bones are small bones that appear between the close to the cranial structures. Various authors express their opinions about formation of these bones, but most of them believe they are formed due to additional ossification centers and close or cranial sutures. So the source is Pulses.com article, incident of Warmian bones in the dried skull of Nigerian males. I made a strong case for the African American, the black people in the Caribbeans and over here in the Western Hemisphere, and also in West Africa and Nigeria, being the real Jews. You got to answer that. Why do you find these Warmian bones in Lachish and also in West Africa, Garfield? Why do we find these names being preserved, Garfield, if they converts, man? And they had names of provenance. Scholastic Bully, man.
You got 1 minute left.
Oh, I got 1 minute. Oh, okay, cool. I thought you said it's over. Hold on real quick, man. So, Garfield, you got a lot of answering to do, man. You're going to have to study after this one. You're going to have to study, bro. So let's deal with more Jewish DNA and dealing with the African American and the Hispanics, because we all together in this, man. The Stewart donors score matched those of the Caldwell donors in the second wave of immigration. So we now move to a discussion those Jews or crypto Jews who joined their co-religions in Scotland after 1300. What we term the Caldwell-Stewart haplotype is the most frequent male haplotype on record. It is widely distributed throughout Europe and America. It occurs in most ethnic populations, including African American and Hispanic. And the source for that is when Scotland was Jewish, Elizabeth Caldwell Hirschman, page number 33. So we see that we have Sephardic Jewish DNA. Scholastic Bully, man.
Hey, Joshua, good job. Do me a favor. Can you scroll up to your Black Jews? No. Share your screen again. I want to see something that you showed, because I'm just asking for clarity. Page 142 of the Black Jews of Africa. Can you just put that slide back up real quick?
Hold on.
Again, clarity does not take out of anyone's time. We just figuring out what's going on, like we already established. Okay.
What was it again? I
Go,
forget.
go up a little bit more. Go up a little more. Ishmael Hadera, the one that says Ishmael Hadera, right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. What do you? Hold on a second. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, because I have the book in my hand. I'm trying to figure out the point you were trying to make.
No, that was a point that I was making against you. That the same argument we're having tonight, Garfield, is the same argument he was having over there in Mali. They was antagonizing him too. He said,
So let me ask you a question. So you're saying the person who wrote that?
No, hold up, Garfield.
No, for clarity.
Garfield, no. This is what Garfield. Finish your last round. The next round that we have is going to be Q&A. Ask your question.
No. It's not a question. I'm asking for clarity. Are you saying that Ishmael Hadera wrote this? Is that what you're saying?
no, this is a recording of what he was saying, of Ishmael Hadara's sayings on the television program. I didn't get to read through it because I was trying to rush and deliver it at the same time. But this is on the television program where he was interviewed and he was getting mad at the guy over the Republic of Mali. This is the comments of Ishmael Hadara himself.
All right, cool. All right. Thank you. All right, take it. I just wanted clarity. All right, ladies. It's my turn. He could mute his mic. You could mute your mic, Scholastic Bully, and take that off the screen. All right. You can start the time. Let me just say this to everybody right now. This book is actually going to be used in my book, and this is very sad. And this is why I don't trust Hebrews, because of what's his name, Daniela. But look at this right now on page 142. It says, since the release of the manifesto, Zakor wrote a letter to the governor of the Timbuktu district protesting against anti-Semitic statements made by the...
Brother, you're on the wrong page. Share the right page. You're on the cover page. Show the right page.
No. I can't show it because I have the book in my hand. I don't have the page right there. Right? Now, let me say this to the family. He lied. The guy who he said wrote it didn't write it. He should be disqualified from the debate just for giving us fake information. This is what it says. Since the release of the manifesto, Zakar wrote a letter to the governor of the Timbuktu district protesting against anti-Semitic statements made by a radio station that operates from the governor's office building. The letter reads, on the 15th and 19th of August, 1996, a program referred to the Jews of Alido who considered as a loss and curse you cannot ignore. So, ladies and gentlemen, the person that wrote it was Zakar. It wasn't the guy who he said. So what else are you saying that is fake? And I'm going to show you, I'm just pulling up from my stuff. Let me just show y'all something right now on the screen right now. Let me just do this, because this is what I do. This guy is nowhere in my league. James Cassell came with this wormy and bone stuff. I'm just going to show you something, just a small little clip of this right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the wormy and bones right here. Look at this right here. This is from the forensic modeler from Cranfield University, modeler masters, Maria Patricia Ordanides, the prevalence of wormy and bones in relation with ancestry, a comparison between Caucasian and Mongoloid populations in the light of artificial cranial deformation and pathological conditions. Meaning, I don't need to read the whole article. That means anybody can have this damn wormy and bones. This is what James Cassell has been falsely pushing in this community for years. And I never responded because I know he was being dumb. And then this guy now going to pick up on it and don't know what the hell he's talking about. So wormy and bones in Nigerians or wormy and bones in the Levant, it doesn't matter. Anybody can have wormy and bones. Cut it out. Nonsense. The next dagger I'm going to show you is from the book, The Soul of Judaism, by a black man named Bruce D. Haynes. Look at what it says right here on page, what page is this? Let me see what page this is. I don't even have the damn page. Look at this, family. They were granted rights to residence and to trade in retail, which included slavery. Sephardi Jews transformed their New World communities by formally converting numerous African servants and slaves in accordance with biblical law and producing Euro-African offspring. Rabbi Funny described to me one Afro-Jewish community in Brazil. Look at this. I've been in touch with a community in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, where I'm told that there are nearly 200,000 Brazilians who the father is Jewish and the mother is African, of African descent. So when he talks about them being traded from Brazil because they were converted, and guess what? Have you heard of Luso-Africans? Have you heard of those people? Have you heard of the people who slept with black Africans to make sure that they're involved with the slave trade in Africa so that they could be in league with the tribal leaders? So when they're doing trade and slavery, they are the top of the line that do the trade. Come on, brother, step your game up. So you provide a source from Eli Faber. Eli Faber was used to prove this. And I don't even trust your source. I don't even trust your source. I got to double check that. I got Eli Faber book right here. I wish I had the time to check it because I guarantee you it's a fake source. I don't trust nothing this guy said for the rest of the night, and neither should you. That's all I'm going to say right now regarding this. This is ridiculous. Y'all, if he can't man up and say, "Oh, I quoted it wrong from the Jews of Africa," I got the book right here. I could show you the page right now on the screen. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me stop sharing, and I'm gonna show y'all the book right now and the page, so y'all can read it yourselves. Right here, read it. Right here.
What they talk about?
Right here. See? It says Zakar. There's his name right there. See? Zakar. That's who wrote it. He made up some name. I don't know whose name is that, but he probably Googled and don't even have the book. The book is right here. See? This is the book. I got the book right here. Thanks to Rob Bond. Thank you for telling me to buy this book. There you go. Right there. Dead. Don't debate Garfield. I don't deal with pseudos. I kill pseudos for a living. That's what I do. How much time I got left, brother?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
How much?
5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I did all of that so fast. Oh, man. I just wanted to murder that stuff so quick. Oh, man. What else did he say? I don't even remember. Oh, my God. I don't even remember what he said. Oh, man. Let me see. Oh, one more thing. This is important. I show this every morning on my show. This is why I brought this up. This is here, the black Jews of Africa. And this is the thing he talk about blacks. Listen, by the way, Jews can be any color. All right? On the Algerian-Moroccan border, according to a local chronicle discovered at the beginning of the 20th century by the French A.G.P. Martin, the very earliest Jewish inhabitants of Taut and Gorara settled in the 1st century AD coming from Cyrenaica, and were followed by a second wave of settlers who arrived with Arab traders from Mosul. Now look at the bottom right here. Another tradition from the region of Tugger in the northeast of Taut reveals that the Jewish population is so ancient that they are considered the earliest white inhabitants of the area. What are you talking about like Jews can't be white? They could be any color. They could be any color. And guess what? How do we prove it? In the most ancient period whose tradition was conserved by the memory, the country was inhabited by Jews who employed who? Negro workers. So the Negro Jews was employing Negro workers, or was it the white Jews? Dead. Come on, bruh. You don't want this work. The Mujahideen are a Jewish race. They are the last descendants of the ancient Jews of Taud, and although they became Muslim, they continue to live and marry among themselves. But let me also say this to the people that are watching. The Jews that went to Jamaica right now, Sean Paul. Do y'all know Sean Paul, the artist? He's from a Sephardic Jews. His name is Henriquez, signifying he's connected to them. The name Da Costa, the name Matalan. Don't tell me about my country and Jews. The fact of the matter is the Jews that went there, oh my God. Let me pull up Eli Faber's book. Let me just pull it up right now. I don't even have the time. This guy, come on, man. Do you really want this work? I got all of this for you. You wrong about the DNA. You wrong about this. You misquote black Jews of Africa. You Google the book and get the wrong quote from the wrong person that made up a name. This is typical of these Hebrews. They want you to believe what they believe. I'm not scared of this guy. He talks a good game. I love his tone. He's aggressive. I love it. But when you're aggressive, you're hiding behind something else, which is BS. When I want to BS, I sound strong. Like Hashar or one of them. I'm the bully. Who are you bullying? You're bullying with pseudoism. That's what you're doing. And next time you come for the Dagger Squad, make sure you're prepared. Because right now, you're dead. So I killed the Wormian bones. I killed the quote in the Black Jews of America. I showed they were white Jews according to the same book that he used, which I know he probably don't have it. And I killed the whole thing about the trade to Jamaica, showing that they were converts. What are you talking about? You don't know nothing about that, man. Come on. And these Jews, whether they were black or white, ask yourself this. Were these people coming over on a ship as Jews? No. They were converted and taken to other areas. Remember what it says, new communities in the soul of Judaism. They were establishing new communities. I wonder if you know what these new communities are. Do you know about the ABC Islands? Do you know about those? Do you know about Peter Stuyvesant? You know about all of that, brother? Come on, man. Don't start Garfield up. Don't start me up. You are not prepared. And you see, the thing is, you have your slides ready. I didn't have no slides. I'm just going off the top of the dome, and I had to pull this up based on what I know is on my computer. You got beat up, bro. You got beat up real badly too. Tom, I don't want no more time. I'm good.
1 minute left. Do you yield your time?
He yield his time. I want clarity.
Hold on one second.
No, I yield his time already. I want clarity.
Hold on. Hey, Scholastic, hold on one
Hey,
second.
who else came into the chat?
Hold on.
Who is it?
862
number?
Who is this?
He yielded his time. Can I have clarity, Kyle?
Hold on a second.
No, you can get clarity.
I don't yield my time yet. I want to know who this guy is. Who is this guy, 862 guy?
Garfield.
That's Cesario.
Oh yeah, let Cesario be on here, man. That's folks. Let me say what I gotta say now.
Yeah, I was just listening.
Hold on. Yes, you
Mute your mic.
You cannot go in. This is not a discussion. After they have their Q&A, if y'all want to dialogue, you can, but do not say.
I was trying just listening. I had my phone muted.
Okay.
Just wanted to my phone number.
I get it, but just respect to what's going on, okay? Please.
All right, cool. Since I said I yield my time, let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen and show you that this guy's a deceitful snake that talks with two tongues.
No. You don't get to share your screen. You get to ask that question for clarity.
I want the clarity of the Sakar that he brought up. He brought up Sakar. He said, Sakar's the guy who said it. Sakar is not a person. Sakar is an organization. Say it with me, Garfield. Organization. Now, Sakar, as you can see my screen, Black Judaism movement in Mali comprising of 1,000 people. It was founded in Timbuktu in 1993 by the Malayan historian Ismail Diada Hadara. Isn't that what I just said? So again, myth busted. Clarity for the audience.
No. You said, hold on a second. You know what? You might be, you see, I'm not enough. You might be correct, but you specifically said a gentleman by the name of whatever the name is.
Ishmael Diada. It's right here. It's right here, Garfield. You got caught in your lie. Stop it. You got caught in your lie, man. The Sakar is an organization started by Ishmael Diada Hadara. He's the head. So when it says Sakar said it, they're talking about Ishmael himself.
Where does it say in the book that he said it? Where in the book does he say
he's the representative of the Sakar. Of the Sakar.
No. Listen.
No, you can't get out of that. It's over. Can we go to the Q&A?
Hold on a second.
Let's go to the Q&A. He just myth busted.
Hold on one second.
Q&A.
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Show me the book where it says that they wrote it. Show me the book where it says that they wrote it.
No. We're not going to do that. Garfield. Yeshua, allow him to rebut.
You don't have the book. That's the problem.
Allow him to rebut.
He Googled it.
He brought out a great point. Yeshua, you brought out a great point. Let Garfield answer your rebuttal, and then from there we're going to the question and answer. Being that the Scholastic Bully went first, Garfield gets his first question, and then you know what I'm saying, we'll all stay back and forth. How about that?
Yeah, can I respond to what he just said?
That's fair, but wait, I thought that's not how clarity works. I thought clarity doesn't add on any time, and once it's over, it's over. I thought that's how you explained it to me, Kyle.
Oh, okay, all right, no problem.
I did. This has nothing to do with time.
So just go to your question. I got to go to bed and get ready for work. Go to your question, Garfield.
All right, we'll go right to the Q&A. So Garfield has the first question.
All right, cool. Are you saying, brother, that there's no such thing as white Jews? That are real Jews, actually Jews that were white?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the Ashkenazi Jews, the ones that hold that J marker, are false Jews. They're converts according to the geneticists and according to history. They are not authentic Israelites.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. What's your question? What's your question?
My question is, why don't you, with all the information that I shared with you today, I never see you on your channel comment about the Ashkenazi being converts. Why don't you see them as converts?
if you've read the book by Shlomo San, the invention of the Jewish people, he does talk about that, and I did do a whole review on his book, like for a whole week, where I do mention that the Ashkenazi was actually converts. They're more converts, but the point is, we gotta accept the fact that there were Jews who were descendants from that region who were traders. When they would leave, they would definitely sleep with women in that region who were non-Jewish people. All right. All right. Hold on, puppy. Okay. So that's that. Did I answer your question?
You answered my question.
All right, cool.
All right, question number 2.
All right, the question number 2. Can you provide evidence right now, live on the air, of anyone who came over on a boat who actually said they were Jew without any hiccups? Somebody from the Western Central Africa who came over on a boat, who was a slave that claimed or followed tradition that you can prove.
All right, we already had this discussion. You have Billy, the Jew who came over here from Brum, I believe. His original people come from Madagascar, but he came from Mali. Well, what I just talked about, Ishmael Diadar Hadara, his people, and also the evidence of the Kohen name. That was my whole point of bringing that in my presentation. That Kohen name is a preservation that came from West Africa as well, because you had Sephardic Jews that came in Jewish caravans and swept across North and Western Africa. That's what I was trying to bring out in my presentation. So yes, we do have that proof, because you brought up Jamaica and you brought up Sephardic Jews and Sephardic fathers. Those Sephardic fathers were black, man, and you even had to admit to it. So yes, they did come over here, and some of them did come off a slave ship. If I could share my screen real quick, I can even answer that even with more clarity, and we could just do that with the names. But we all know about Billy the Jew. I did a presentation. Subscribe to my channel, Genesis 49ers, and search the video African slaves that knew they were Jews to get more information on that. I didn't have that much time. Got off work at 7, guys. So let me just go to authentic. I believe I named the slide Authentic Black Jews. So we can see within the names of the Jews that we have a continuum, a preservation of these Sephardic Jews that came over here. And these are slaves. So all things considered, perhaps 10% of the slaves in the sample bear names of convincing and significant Jewish provenance. These are not names that you just see converts with. These are not names, and we busted that convert myth from the get-go in my presentation. You see Isaac, Simha, Reuben, Abram, Jael, Purim, Jacoba, Daniel, and Esperanza. These are names of provenance. Why do these slaves have these names? Because these are preservations of those black Jews, the Sephardics, right? James Petrarch said they were very dark men coming over as slaves in Jamaica. That's why when I brought out, you tried to contend it, but it's factual. When I brought up John Bigelow witnessed those Jews in Jamaica. He witnessed those Jews that were slaves, that were caught by the Inquisition and sold into Jamaica, and the descendants of those Jews were Negroes. And you can't sit there and say they all converts. I already busted that myth. So I'm hoping I answered your question.
A great answer. We appreciate it. Now is your question, Yashu. This is the second question each, right?
Yeah. So
we have one more question, and then if y'all want, we can just have a general discussion, or y'all want to take callers, or that's up to y'all. But
I would rather take callers. I really got to wrap it up, but I would rather take callers. But my question to him is, what is your major contention with the Wormian bones? Because if we see it in the Incas, which I believe are Israelites, and we see it in West Africa, we see it in 123 in Lachish. You said anybody can have it, but you didn't prove it. You didn't dive into that article and break that down and disseminate that information. You just said it. I don't like that said so scholarship. So what is your contention with the Wormian bones, and can you prove that everybody can have them?
All right. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. Cool. Let me just respond to something that he just said. I know
no, brother, you got to answer my question.
I'm going to answer your question. This is the records of Billy Simons and how he got his name, right? Charles Simons, the slave Billy. I have his records. He was converted by a Jewish family named Simons, and that's how he had gotten involved with what he got involved with. He is a convert. You can't prove when he got off the plane. You can't show nothing about Billy Simmons. All right, hold on. Let me finish, bro. Why are you interrupting?
Kyle, can you moderate, please? He didn't even answer my question. He going off topic.
Bro, I'm gonna answer your question.
That's non sequitur.
I'm gonna answer your question. Now, listen to me carefully now, right? As far as the Wormian bones.
Hey, so hold on. It's no time. I apologize to you. I had my computer on mute. I thought I was actually, because I had a phone call. So I apologize. And I did not allow Garfield to overtalk you purposely. So, you know what I'm saying? If you feel that you want to go some extra time, whatever, then that's my fault. But I want to make this a fair debate. I want you, Garfield, to stick to the question that he answer it directly, and, you know, and we'll move forward, okay?
All right, cool. As far as the Wormian bones, for the point that I brought up when I showed the article, the Wormian bones, is to show that anybody can have it. That was the purpose of me showing it, that it's not exclusive to the Levant and to Nigerians or the Incas. Because, of course, there you go. Oh, those people are Jews and the Incas are Jews. The Incas are not Jews. Stop the nonsense. Stop it. You see, the fact of the matter is, even if you take the Incas, they have the Q1A DNA marker, which has been here for over 13,000 years. So when did this marker come over here? It was already here before Jews even existed. So stop lying to the people, bro. This fake religion and belief system. If you want, I'm answering your question. See, why you interrupted, bro? I never interrupted this dude one time. Not one time have I interrupted him.
But brother, this is the crossfire section.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Crossfire Q&A. We talked about this earlier.
You
asked the question and I respond.
Just because he's not answering the question how you want him to answer it, allow him to answer it, and then if he doesn't answer it, we'll move on as if he didn't answer your question, and the crowd will be able to judge it by that. So you don't have to force him to answer your question. Give him the time. If you don't answer if you don't answer it, then it's cool. But if he does, then great.
Okay. All right. So basically, what I was saying earlier, that if whenever we're looking at anything as far as Wormian bones, you're going to have to show me that Wormian bones are exclusive just to the people from the Levant, and show that. So what I am saying is, my brothers, and for anybody who wants to learn about Wormian bones, I could put the article in the chat. Why I just showed the beginning of it, because I was showing it in the Caucasians. And the Caucasians and other people have the Wormian bones. You see, this is the problem. The brother he hangs out with, James Cassell, has been going around the community saying this for years, and I never responded to him. But what I did was my own research, and I had the dagger right here on my computer waiting for the Wormian bones. Anybody can have Wormian bones. So it is not, it's an irrelevant conversation. All right? Hey, bro, listen, I have to hang up from here because my son is actually still up. So what if you have a closing statement? Give him 2 minutes, and I'll just call for 2 minutes, and then we'll just reconvene.
So we're not gonna do the call-in section. Segment.
Nah, bro.
Right,
my son's still up, and he's here making noise, so I don't want to keep stopping you. Now I'm not running from you. I think you're brought up some good conversations. I'm not convinced by your conversations, but I respect them.
The point of the debate is not convincing the other one.
No. I'm just saying, though. There's nothing to run from with you, because everything you said, I countered. So now,
no, you didn't.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Talk you 2 minutes, and I talk 2 minutes, and call it a day. Much love and much respect. And I wanted to ask you one question, but I didn't even get to ask you. But anyway, go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. So Garfield, that was fallacious. My first and second round, you didn't touch on anything. You kept dancing around and buck dancing. So everybody saw it. They can just rewind the footage. Everybody saw it. You brought up you only said maternal, and I brought up the paternal side. The paternal side went to Ashina and Khazarian clans, which destroys your whole argument on the J Haplogroup being an identifier for the Jews. And we brought up the geneticist saying it's contradictions in it. You can't get around that. But y'all know who it is. Y'all shoot who they call when it's time to chalk them out. Scholastic Bully. Subscribe to my channel. Genesis 49 is on YouTube. We say no to vague interpretations and give thorough breakdowns. body bag.
All right, Garfield, it's over to you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so what the brother brought up was about Billy Simmons earlier. I just need to clarify that Billy Simmons, we don't have the information how he got off the boat. His name was changed because his name is actually Billy Simons, not Billy Simmons. And what happened with this gentleman is we don't know exactly what happened with him. But based on the people who have studied him, they led him back to a family called the Simons, which I actually have the records of that from a free book on Google. Right? And what happened, family? Those people were Jews. He may have converted at that point. He was bought by somebody else. And then at the end of the day, he kept the name Simons and kept going on. So for us to say that this gentleman was a Jew off the boat, we don't know, because when he came off the boat, we don't have any records of him. So I would say I'll put an X beside him. It's not, as somebody who's thinking scholarly, I would say we don't know. We're not sure. We can't say it with a definite. There's nobody coming off a boat. This is the debate that Rawbon is going to have with Zion Lex. There's nobody coming off a boat. And this guy knows this, but he wants to perpetrate this fraud in the community, making videos and showing videos of people coming over on boats and act like he's answering the question just for a fan club. The truth of the matter is there is nothing this guy has said today that I have not countered. Everything he said, I daggered it. Every single thing. Every single thing, I counted it on the spot. I pulled the books out because I have the books. He don't have the books. He's the Google scholar because he don't have the books. And when he's Googling, he only could see some parts of the books. That's why his quotes are the way they are. You got to pay attention to these people when they do slides. We weren't supposed to even do slides. We're supposed to just come off the top of the head. This brother decided to come with his slides like he's intelligent more than everybody else. And then with the genetics, the genetic part is I proved with Michael Hammer's research that the Ashkenazi Jews have almost 40% of the J marker. That is an identifier that you're from a region. And their Ashkenazi, their white R1B is less than the J marker. How is that possible for the Ashkenazi Jews?
All right, Garfield, wrap it up, man. We got 2 minutes. I can't extend your time, but I ain't staying here, brother.
All right, peace and love, man. Thank you, guys. Hey, Jashub, look at me. Look at me, Jashub. Jashub, you have the Black Jews in America? You have that book? Do you have that book? Do you have the book? Do you have that book? Do you have that book? Can you show me? Can you show me? Show me the ebook right now, live. Show me the ebook right now. We wait. We wait for it. Show me the ebook live right now. No, show me the ebook live. I wait for it. Where's the book? Where's it at? They don't have it on ebook. You're lying. There's no ebook for Black Jews in Africa. You're a liar. What I pull up? The book. I have the book right here. No. Show us the book. Show us the book. It doesn't have an ebook.
3 rounds, 3-0 body bag, man.
This book. Hold on, family. Let me just share my screen and show y'all right now. There's no ebook for Black Jews in America.
All right, that's fine. So you still lost the discussion. I cracked you already. Go ahead. I've already cracked you.
All right, fellas. Hey,
you talking about I don't have books, boy? You out your mind, man.
No. Hey, look,
I don't have books. Me? I don't have books. You out your mind, man.
Yeah, sure. Garfield, this was a great discussion. We appreciate both of you brothers.
I'm sorry. 1 second, my brother.
No, Garfield, we're not
there's no ebook. There's no ebook for it, family. It's right here.
Man, look, hey,
there's no ebook.
Appreciate you for coming on tonight, man.
No ebook, family. Lying. He doesn't have the book.
All right, so fine. You can say I don't have the book, and that does nothing for your discussion.
All right, peace and love.
That does nothing. 3-0 body bag, Scholastic Bully shit.